Look, Roblox had years to fix this. They even admitted themselves in their S1 form that they had to fill out in order to be able to sell and trade on the stock market. That was basically November 19th of 2020 when they warned their investors that moderation and child safety risk were material to the business. That's a legally binding prospectus. You can get sued for misleading statements here. You cannot mislead your investors. And with their actions, it really looks like they actually did mislead their investors on what their intentions were. Their whole platform aims at children. It's corporate speak for if we blow this, the whole business hurts. People have been warning Roblox about DoctorRofatnik, real name Arnold Castillo, since 2020. He built clout with his Sonic fan game. Then he lied about who he was, using the aliases Jaden or Jacob Shidletsky, claimed to be the younger brother of Roblox's former creative director, John Shidletsky, to win kids' trust. According to Bloomberg Businessweek, on July 23rd of 2024, he even bragged that the 2020 screenshots of his predatory chats tripled his earnings, which was after his main account was banned and he transferred the ownership of the game to a friend, which could have very well been an alt account. The game Sonic Eclipse finally disappeared in late 2021, but only after Sega copyright complaint. Because evidently screenshots of him being inappropriate with minors wasn't enough to remove his entire presence from the platform. In May 2022, after he was thought by many to have disappeared from the platform, authorities arrested him for grooming a 15-year-old he met on Roblox, moved contact with to Instagram and Discord, and then he paid an Uber driver to bring her from Indiana to New Jersey. August 2023, he was sentenced to 15 years in federal prison after pleading guilty. Those details come straight from the Justice Department and all the supporting court documents. Evidently, he was sending her things as well, and she was missing for 8 whole days before they rescued her. If Roblox had acted more decisively when the community first raised alarms in 2020, maybe that child would never have been in harm's way. Fast forward through Bloomberg's 2024 deep dive on predators using their platform, and here we are in 2025 watching the company finally scramble. It's not because they didn't know, it's because the pressure and the optics got too loud to ignore. And so that they would hope nobody would notice that they knew the whole time, on August 13th, Roblox's chief safety officer posted a tiny little narrative about vigilantes, people who, in Roblox's telling, impersonated kids steering chats off platform and simulated sexual conversations. If that happened, it's obviously against policy and obviously risky, but that framing conveniently writes out what folks like Schlep are actually doing and what the proof is showing as well. That their decoy work aimed at adult predators, not children, and handing evidence over to police. Real cases do start with citizen tips. On May 6th of this year, federal prosecutors in New York said a Roblox-linked arrest began when the leader of an online predator exposure group went to police. That's the U.S. Attorney's Office talking, not a rumor. So vigilantes are the problem doesn't line up cleanly with how some arrests actually begin. Thanks to the Free Schlep campaign that's been driven by a lot of Schlep supporters as well as other content creators and people who have tried to push this agenda in the same way that he has, Schlep has become even more vocal on his X account. Some of his more recent posts include one post where he calls out Nathrix, who has changed names many times over the years on Roblox, writing off all of their many name changes as rebranding because of loss or hacks. But the truth is, at least half of their public profiles on Roblox have been deleted because of allegations backed by actual screenshots and evidence that this person has acted inappropriately with minors on the platform. Schlep has urged and pled with Roblox to please remove all of their profiles. But as of today, I can only show 2 of them have been removed. And on September 6th of this year, 2025, 20, Schlep posted that Amorie Hunt was found guilty on 3 counts of CSAM. But now it's actually been verified. I was able to find the court documents showing that Amorie Hunt was found guilty on 3 counts of CSAM. In case people aren't aware, it's the new legal term for in possession of child pornography. It actually stands for child sexual abuse material, where with the new terminology, they wanted to center it around the fact that it's evidence of abuse of children as opposed to the old name. So if I say CSAM, you'll know what I'm talking about. But get this, he only got 5 years of probation for that. That's it. It's no wonder these people keep doing this shit. They're not scared about the repercussions. It shows that at least one of the cases Schlep has been waiving receipts on ended in a guilty plea. And we can cite it by court record, not just a tweet anymore. According to another one of Schlepp's more recent X posts, Roblox actually reached out to him privately after everything was already public. He calls it a PR stunt. In that same thread, he shows a letter from his attorney to Roblox telling the company to route all contact through counsel and stop contacting their client directly. That's the key detail. Once counsel is on the record across the board, direct outreach is inappropriate at best and absolutely unprofessional. And this is how I see it. Schlep is an adult now. He's 22, right? But still, the fact that the company reps still felt comfortable sliding in after counsel said, talk to us, not our client, has that same energy as the behavior that has plagued this platform for years now. Quiet DMs, pressure off the record, fix it in the shadows. I'm not calling those reps predators. I'm saying the dynamic that they chose mirrors the culture that let bad actors feel safe in the first place. And if Roblox truly wants a good faith dialogue, it starts with public accountability and professional channels, not back channel damage control. Meanwhile, the lawsuits continue to pile up even after my previous video. Louisiana's Attorney General sued Roblox on August 14th, saying the company failed to protect kids and put growth over safety. Markets noticed, and coverage from outlets like Associated Press and Bloomberg made it mainstream. Other complaints followed in places like California, Michigan, and New York. Families alleging design and enforcement failures that let predators contact kids and move them off platform. The storyline in these filings doesn't blame citizen stings. It blames Roblox's product choices. So what exactly do I mean by product choices being blamed? Well, here's what I mean. Roblox uses AI for a majority of its moderation. And it's documented that they have been ill-equipped by way of understaffed departments to handle the overwhelming numbers of complaints. So they leaned hard on AI, but just because AI is fast, it doesn't mean that it can catch things that real people can catch, like slang and innuendo and coded things that predators actually use. If they were to have a comparable ratio of moderators to daily users as TikTok, for example, a platform that does not cater to kids like Roblox does, they would have 10,000 more moderators in 2024 than TikTok had. I come up with that math because I'm basing it off of Bloomberg's article that they did in 2024, where they basically said that TikTok had about 3 times as many daily users, active users, as Roblox. So you do the math, 78 million for Roblox, so 234 million roughly for TikTok. TikTok had 40,000 human moderators on top of the automation that they also have working for them. So if you do the math with the ratio, Roblox should have had 13,000 human moderators working, and they only had 3,000. That tells me you don't care. TikTok doesn't cater to kids like you do. On August 7th, they open sourced Sentinel, an early warning model that they say helped generate 1,200 reports in the first half of 2025. Super late, guys. Last fall, they cut off DMs outside games for under 13s by default, as if that shouldn't have been done way sooner. And they made in game direct messaging a parent approval thing. Why should a 13-year-old or under be talking to somebody who isn't a kid? DMs shouldn't be allowed for kids that small. Are you kidding me right now? This month, they're rolling out age estimation and standardized ratings via IARC and ESRB, plus plans to limit adult minor chats unless they're a verified real life connection. Those are the kind of guardrails families have been asking for, and they're finally implementing them. But they want us to give them a pat on the back and say, you know what? We're wrong. You totally were trying to protect children. When I have to say, it just proves that you had so many things you could have done so much sooner, and you're only doing them when you're basically put between a rock and a hard place. Now, why is it that it took you guys so long, Roblox, to make these changes when they obviously should have been done so much sooner? I wonder why that could be. How about we look at a brutal case study for us, right? Why the timing actually really bugs me. Let's look at Meep City, okay? So, when Roblox and the devs stripped out the features that bad actors loved, custom bios, custom outfits, things that could lure in victims, the game's popularity plummeted. Polygon called it functionally dead. Translation, doing the right thing can cost you engagement. That's exactly the kind of trade-off Roblox avoided for way too long. Part of the reason why y'all feel like you had to do something now is because of Chris Hansen pushing this into the mainstream. By mid-August, he'd publicly said he's filming a documentary about Roblox's predator problem, and he sat down with Schlep on camera. You know, the guy that you guys banned because you said he was unsafe. If Hansen's receipts line up with official cases, PR spin is not going to save you. So here's my read on this. And I'm going to be crystal clear. Roblox should be ashamed. They had the warnings in 2020. They even admitted themselves in official documents that they had a problem that they needed to basically fend off so that their business could stay active. And then the journalism in 2024 happened, and they really didn't do much of anything at all. And that was Bloomberg. It wasn't like it was some like rag or something. And now they're only moving now in 2025 with legal, financial, reputational risk all laying on the table. Adults spend more money than kids, okay? Let's be real. Looking the other way was lucrative until it wasn't. I don't think we'll see a real admission of fault because lawyers hate admissions during active litigation. That's the cynical part, right? The hopeful part that I have is that outside pressure, attorney generals, reporters, parents, that it works. Things are actually happening finally. But how many had to be hurt and victimized before actually anything happened? Okay, so for parents, here's a practical do it tonight list, okay? If your kid is still playing on Roblox and you're choosing to let them continue to play on it, you need to link your kid's account and lock DMs. We have a guide on our website. I'm going to link it in the description below on how to do that. If this is a short that you're watching, because I turn these videos into shorts afterwards, go into the comments below, find the video that's the full video for this, and then you can look in the description there. Because so much of the grooming pipeline jumps to Discord from Roblox. Let's talk about that too. New Jersey sued Discord on April 17th of this year, saying the company misled families about safety and didn't enforce its own age rules. January of 2024, Discord's CEO told the US Senate they use tools like photo DNA and report to NCMEC. Discord's been doing way more to mitigate the problems than Roblox. They have Family Center link a teen's account, the contact servers without message content, message requests that hold down DMs, New teen safety alerts, and in the UK, one-time age checks under the Online Safety Act. The pressure is working there too. Use the tools that they give you, okay? Don't just let them sit there. Take advantage of them. Bottom line, don't outsource safety to influencers or any one platform. Use the parental controls that they give you. Keep the conversation with your kids open. I'm not here for chaos. I'm here for kids being safe. Roblox, stop the sneaky sneak, own the misses, keep the fixes, and prove you'll trade a little growth for a lot more safety. Because that's the only way this becomes right in the eyes of many of us. Just to make sure I'm clear, I am not a lawyer or in a legal profession. I'm just Jiffy, and I love to research things. So I am delivering what I have found, and all of the receipts, show notes, everything is on our website at LiliDogNation.com, and the links will all be in the description below. So let's have... And if you want to see the letter, I will have Schlep's actual post that shows the letter embedded into the article on our website, which the link is going to be in the description for that article. Full show notes, including all of the receipts involved in today's video, are on our website at LiliDog Studio. No. La 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 la. La 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 la. As the free Schlep. Wow. Dee-doo, 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 dee-doo. This has been a LiliDog Studio production. If you like what you saw, don't forget to do all those notification-y things so you don't miss out on any future content. Big news, LiliDog Nation! Our old site, Jiffy Talking, has officially been rebranded to LiliDogNation.com, bringing our whole community together under one banner. Now you'll find everything in one place: gaming news, delicious food articles and recipes, and stories of all kinds, from educational to fictional, and those are all up and coming. All designed to keep you interested and entertained. Plus, we've got our level store where you can support us just by shopping for things you were already going to buy. From gift cards for Amazon to platforms like Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and mobile, and even in-game content for titles like EVE Online, Genshin Impact, and Marvel Rivals, just to name a few. Want the full experience? Every stream VOD is on YouTube at Lily and Snide, and if you want to hang out live, laugh with us, and be part of the action, come join us on Twitch. All the links are in the description, so grab your snacks, get comfy, and come be part of the LiliDog Nation family.